This is Colin McGuigan for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by Bozy Ennis here in Philadelphia. Bozy, I really appreciate your time. You don't like doing these interviews. I know you don't. But let's have a quick chat about your son Boots is in the rematch that really, this guy Karen comes in and everyone's talking about the fact that he's going to run. Do you think he will run?
I think he might change. Everybody think that he's going to change, but then again, I don't see him changing. I mean, all I see him survive and be the only one that survived when it come to Bozy Ennis. His most important thing is, and I think that's where he trained. He trained to not get hit, to tie up, even though he got hit though, but to tie up and get out the way. And he really ran around that ring. You know what I mean? And we had to try to cut the ring off. This time we're going to try to cut the ring off much better. See, Boots thought he was going to come and fight. That's why he was doing what he was doing after. But he know how to cut the ring off. But, once you've been fighting guys that been fighting you back and you have to run after them, you know what I mean, you get used to that. And he figured that Karen was going to do the same thing. But Karen didn't do it. All he did was move, try to box and move, wasn't even scoring.
You know Boots better than anyone else, right? What's changed between the first fight and now?
Well, really, nothing really changed. It's just that working on cutting the ring off more, you know what I mean? And that's it. You know what I mean? Nothing else has changed. Everything else still the same. Like I told you, he already knew how to cut the ring off, but he just got in his mind that he wanted to knock him out. And once you get in your mind, you're going to knock out you on certain things that you normally do, you're not going to do. You're just going to go after him and just try to knock him out. And that's what he tried to do.
There was a lot of pressure on Boots the last time around. You won't mind me saying this, coming back to Philadelphia, all the friends, all the family. Mm-hmm. Now he can let his hair down a little bit this time around. Do you think we're going to see the best Boots Ennis on Saturday night?
It's all according to what Karen going to do. You know what I mean? If Karen come to fight, we're going to see a good fight, and then Boots going to stop him.
You think Boots could stop him this time?
Oh, yeah, he can stop him, but all according to what he's doing though. Like I said, if he do the same thing he was doing before, we're going to have to trap him to make him fight, and then we're going to catch him and we're going to put him to sleep.
I don't want to look past this fight, right? But a lot's being said. Conor Ben's band's over. He's back. Terence Crawford's out there. Who do you want to see Boots face next?
I'll keep on telling y'all, and I'll keep on telling you over and over. We're trying to collect the belts at 147, then we move up. Whoever got the belts, simple as that. We're not worrying about Conor Ben or guys like him. We're not worrying about him. You know what I mean? And Crawford, we're not even talking about Crawford anymore. Crawford's already told everybody what he's going to do.
Why do you not want to talk about Crawford anymore? Do you just you don't?
Because there's no need. Crawford already laid it down on the line that he's not fighting Boots, and he's trying to fight Canelo. If he don't fight Canelo, he's moving on. So why we keep on talking about Crawford?
I think people keep talking about it because it's such a big fight in America. You can attest to that.
I agree with that too. I would love that fight, skills against skills, because both of them are skillful fighters. I would love to see that myself, but I'm not going to keep on talking about it because he said it's not taking place. And he talked, I guess he talked to the Saudi, what's his name, Turkey al-Sheikh, and I guess he offered him a lot of money, and it's still the same way. So, you know what I mean.
What's the situation with Brian Norman? Because a lot of people are saying that, they'd like to see that fight next for Boots again. Do you think that's over and done with now, that whole situation, and you just won't let him go back there?
I wish Brian Norman would take the fight. You know what I mean? That's what we try to make the fight. You see what Eddie offered. You know what I mean? And all that talking they was talking about, they want this, they want that. But your last fight, you got what, 100,000. Eddie offered you 750,000. You turn that down. Then he offered you 1.5. You turn that down. Then he offered you 1.7. So that,
why would he not take that fight for that money, though? In your opinion?
That goes to show you that he really didn't want to fight Boots next. He wanted to fight somebody else. But his father going around running his mouth, you know what I mean, talking for him, making him say things. You know
what actually happened in those spars? Because a lot of people say that, there was things happening. And I know you don't really like talking about sparring stories.
I don't really talk about sparring, but his father know what happened and his son know what happened. All I can say, when he came up to my gym, because we was under the same management with Cameron Duncan, and we was looking for sparring for Boots. It's hard to get sparring for Boots. So a lot of times we spar with some of the guys that is in our, in our group, or around. So when Cameron suggested me to work with, to spar with Brian Norman, and he said he had a couple other guys. He said, but he told Brian, don't go down there and try to show off, like, act like you this and that. All right. So when Brian came down, and a couple other guys came down. When he came down, and I said, I need 4 rounds from you, 4 rounds from you, and 4 rounds from you. His father gonna say, oh, no, we do whatever you want, like that. I said, all I need is 4 rounds, right? And then he said, we do. I said, okay. Got in there. Supposed to did more than 4. So we broke him down after 3 or 4 rounds. We broke him down. We had to make him do 6.
You think that's why?
We had to make him do 6. But then when he came in the following, that same week, because we boxed Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, he only did 4 this time. What I suggested from the beginning.
So do you think, following on from that spar, there's a Team Norman agenda towards the fight in Boots, and they're saying, you know what, let's not fight him for that money, because like you've just said, he's offered 750,000 and he gets paid 100,000 for his last fight. So are you saying that?
Yeah, and then after that he got offered 1.5, then 1.7. So what's that telling you? He don't want to fight. He don't want to fight, Boot. You know what I mean? But I don't live off the sparring though. Sparring is, to me, is just you in there learning and doing certain things your trainer tell you to do. You know what I mean? Everybody lives off sparring because somebody beats somebody in sparring. That don't mean when it's time to fight, you get them little gloves on, no headgear on. It's a different situation. So I don't go on that.
Before I let you go, I just want to touch on 2 Irish fighters that you have a great affinity with. Tyrone McKenna, who's back in on the 7th of December in Waterford, Ireland, on a COLM boxing show. He's facing another Irishman in Dylan Moran. He's recently left his coach. I think he's training a little bit in Germany and stuff, and he's looking towards potentially, linking up with someone new. Would you have Tyrone back in your gym?
Oh, yeah, that's my man. I would love him for him to come back, because when he was with us, he didn't lose a fight at all. You know what I mean? And he was picking up a lot of stuff, but I seen him got away from the stuff I was teaching him.
Do you remember him sparring Boots whenever he was younger?
Many times. Him, Joe Nevin, all of them.
Yeah, Kachi as well, right?
Oh yeah, Kachi's nice. He's nice. I like him too. Yeah, and Ray was all right too. Yeah. I boxed Ray. Matter of fact, I boxed all of them. You know what I mean? So Ray tried to turn it up on me a little bit after whisper in his ear and say, "Listen, I'm just working with you, Ray." Then I touched him up a little bit.
But looking at Kakachi now, world champion, did you envisage that moment for him when you were training him?
Well,
did you see something different?
Oh yeah, I saw it. I saw a lot of different things in him. You know what I mean? Good little boxer, and he'll fight you too, though. See, he's one of them type of guys. You know what I mean? Even when he came down to spar, he was all right. I knew right from the beginning that I said he gonna be something. But I ain't know over there though. Now he still was with me. I know he probably would have been there already.
Bozy, before I let you go, what's the prediction for Saturday night? How does Boots end this?
Well, we don't look for the knockout. You know what I mean? I know Boots gonna put on a spectacular show. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? But the knockout, I think it's gonna come. I think the knockout is coming this time.
Bozy Ennis, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, Bozy.